Throughout the ages, the mystery of love has plagued mankind. The Egyptians worshipped it, the Romans mocked it, and the Greeks, they foolishly attempted to dissect it. And so it is today, in a small village in Upper Crovenia. A young girl, a young boy, locked in this eternal struggle for love in Wojnik.
Daddy Fongola, she's such a little salata.
Get up, you scumbag! Ifongola, where have you been all morning?
Grandmama, I went into town like you told me to get some black bread for us.
But Ifongola does not take so long to buy black bread.
Well, I did stop for a moment to say hello to Laf.
Lafka di Buffo, why did you speak to that boy? I've told you many times to avoid his glance.
Oh, Grandmama, he is a nice boy with eyes of kindness.
Not the eyes of a toad. That boy is no good for you, Ifongola. He is stupid, he has no money, he has no guts, he's a leading toad.
But even a toad needs love, Grandmama.
Wrong, a toad needs flies.
Grandmama, did you know a boy like Lafka when you were my age?
Yes, I did. His grandpapa, Lumpka di Buffo. That boy was so stupid the teacher had to remind him to breathe.
And what was his fate, Grandmama?
One day the teacher forgot to remind him to breathe. By the end of the day, he looked like a blue dead toad. Ifongola! Why don't you marry Prejnik? He's a good boy with many goods, Ifongola.
Yes, Grandmama, but Prejnik has hairy hands.
Ifongola, hairy hands are not so bad. Your Uncle Bratislav had hairy hands, and he was a good man.
Did he have a wife and children?
Yes. Uncle Bratislav lived happily until the tragedy of Pupnik.
The tragedy of Pupnik?
Yes, it was a ravaging fire brought on by hanky-panky. You see, Ifongola, when a sheep witnesses the mortal sins of man, it explodes into flames and runs to the nearest village. Pupnik, poof, like a giant haystack. Ifongola, you know, life is like a tree. It starts as a small seed, nourished by the earth. It grows big and strong and tall.
Grandmama.
Woodpeckers peck at it, worms bore into it, and the sun cracks its weathered bark. But still...
Well, no, Grandmama, but still it stands strong against the winds of time.
Wrong, Ifongola. The tree, it falls over and rots. Ifongola, you need to marry a rich man like Prejnik who will take care of you.
Grandmama.
Yes, Ifongola. Oh, Ifongola, I wish it were true. But for now, we need some goat cheese for tonight's dinner. Will you go back into town to get some?
Yes, Grandmama, I will.
All right, but remember what I said. Stay away from Lafka!
Hello, Lafka.
Oh, Ifongola. I did not see you standing there. Why are you back so soon?
Well, Lafka, I had to come back to get some goat cheese for my grandmama.
Oh, Ifongola, your grandmama, she does not like me.
Lafka, you're imagining things.
No, your grandmama, she calls me a leading toad.
Lafka di Buffo, you are a leading toad!
Lafka de Buffo, you're a loving toad.
Oh, Ifangola, come here, Ifangola.
No, Lafka.
Oh, Ifangola.
No, Lafka.
Oh, Ifangola.
No, Lafka.
Yes.
No.
Oh, Ifangola.
Lafka.
Oh, Ifangola, just let me do this.
No,
Yes.
Lafka, no.
Ifangola, please.
Lafka, no.
Oh, yes.
Lafka.
Yes, Ifangola.
Lafka.
Ifangola. Oh,
Lafka.
Ifangola. Oh, Ifangola.
No.
Ah. Oh.
Gustav, he is a good kitty. You're a good boy, Gustav. Yes, you're a good boy. I like it, kitty. We need some wood, don't you think? Right, Gustav? There we go. Ifangola, my cat, what's happened to you? You look terrible.
Grandmama, in town, I was attacked by a big black wolf.
A wolf in Wojnik?
No, Grandmama, I think it was a herd of blind sheep.
No, not blind sheep.
Crazed goats, maybe?
Ifangola, you tell me what happened to you.
Oh, Grandmama, I was walking along the path,
Yes?
minding my own business, when I slipped and fell on some milk.
The truth, Ifangola.
Well, I was walking along the street, and I slipped and fell on some slippery cheese and fell on some potato bugs.
Ifangola, you were attacked all right, but by Lafka, that's all right. You tell me, what did he do to you?
Grandmama, I was at Lafka's shoe shop today, and he asked me to hold a little piece of leather that he was making for the strap on a pair of boots that he was making for the butcher. A very special pair of boots,
I
Grandmama.
don't want to hear about these boots. Ifangola, you tell me what happened.
Well, I was holding the little piece of leather that he was making for the strap on the pair of boots that would hang to the front.
Ifangola, what happened?
Grandmama, Lafka di Buffo, he became a man today.
Oh, Ifangola, we must go to see Magda now.
The gypsy fortune teller?
No, the gypsy toad detector.
To all those who approach my door, 10 to 1, I know what it's for. Come in. Grandmama, Ifangola, come in. Take a load off.
Oh, Magda.
I know, sweetheart. Don't tell me you've got a problem.
That's right, it's
Please,
Ifangola.
Grandmama, I see a young girl and a stupid young boy.
That's right.
But, Grandmama, you know, it's so hard for a girl to find a good man these days.
Oh, I know, Magda. Not like my husband. He was a very good man. I lost him so long ago. You know, he was going down the hill. He was going to wash his feet. He slipped and fell into the pond. We searched and searched for him, and finally we found him 3 days later, blown up like a big balloon.
Yes, such a shame. But now, Grandmama, we have a problem with Ifangola. So, let me see now. I see here a toad.
A leading toad.
Of course, a leering toad. How could I forget? And no goats?
Zip!
Now, how does she expect to have a future with no goats?
I don't know.
Children, you can't imagine what they'll do to you these days. Okay, so no goats, and a foolish young girl, and a stupid young boy.
In an attack this afternoon.
An attack? It went as far as an attack? This is serious. A young girl sowing her wild oats?
Yes, Magda. What we need now is a crop failure.
You mean a crop failure?
Yes, that's right, a crop failure.
Grandmama, I may be able to help.
You think you can?
You know what this means, of course.
The duck.
7 days and 7 nights, and she will remain without child.
Oh, Magda, thank you so much.
It's all right, Grandmama. It's fine.
You know, Ifangola, there are worse things than this.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, like the attack of the bunny rabbits.
My grandmama, she has more stories than the Empire State Building.
It was Wojnik's worst tragedy, except maybe for the time the sky rained rats.
Grandmama, please stick to the bunya rabbits.
Okay, Fangola. You know, one day long ago in the early autumn, bunya rabbits by the millions poured out of the woods and into the village. Life as we know it stopped cold in the face of the advancing terror. They ate everything and they left us nothing, Fangola. But by working together, we rebuilt Wojnik and made it the village it is today. Ifangola, pride and tradition are very important. It is time you learn the history of our people.
Okay, Grandmama. Tell me the story.
Well, Ifangola, you see, our people have lived here for over 5,000 years. Before that, we lived across the street. And one day, your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpapa, Slavopol, he was dozing under a tree and he had a dream. And his dream was a very prophetic one. He was dreaming he was in the center of an imaginary town called Wojnik. And this town was in the center of a thing called the world. And he dreamed that this world was the center of a heavenly solar system. And this solar system was on the edge of a place called the Milky Way. And this Milky Way was just one of billions of galaxies in something called the universe. And that the limitless boundaries of this universe defined what is known as the great cosmos. And he realized at that very moment that he was at the very center of this great cosmos, ruled over by the pantheon of gods. And you know what he decided to do, Ifangola? He decided to raise goats.
And so one might ask, has Ifangola learned anything of the mysteries of love, of its capacity to create, of its power to destroy, of what it really means to be in love? To this we say, it's not likely.
Oh, Lafka.
Uy, Fangola.